Hello passengers, welcome to your United flight. In today's video, we are going to be showcasing you my Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner United Airlines. This is a pretty old build of mine, as I've made it almost 2 years ago. However, I will be showing you this as this is my first large-scale airplane in Build-A-Boat for Treasure and Roblox, and it's also my second wide-body aircraft and my first to use microblock. However, it is not fully microblock, it is mostly microblock. It also does have some pretty outdated features, such as the non-rotating engines, the lack of a registration number, and old gear. However, let's show you what this aircraft has in store. So we're going to start with the exterior. So let's go over to the nose. So this is the blocky part of the build. The only blocky part of the build, because the nose is the hardest part of the aircraft to make. But as you can see right here, we've got our Boeing 787-8. We got the nose gear right here. And we've got the start of the swoop part of the Rhapsody livery. If we go over here, these are air stairs. Here's our United font. We've got our General Electric GE-NX engines, a very bad representation of it, but nonetheless, we got our chevrons. We got the engine pylons holding these engines. We got a very old landing gear. And we got a new 787 wing flex with composite material. Got our fairing tracks there. And we got nav and strobe lights on there. If we go back here, we have our horizontal stabilizer, as well as our tail cone with that gorgeous United globe on it. Here we got the more nav lights and our APU exhaust. Another horizontal stabilizer there. Continuing on this way, we got our other wing. We got the other landing gear, wing box, as well as the second engine. These blue engines do look pretty nice as the new United livery rolls out. However, unfortunately, United has not painted their 787-8s in the new livery, so I thought I'd just do it, because why not? We have our Starlines logo, and our connecting people, uniting the world. So, that's it for the exterior. So let's go inside. We're going to start off in the flight deck, which is very old and simplistic. Back then, flight decks were a piece of cake when I didn't put any detail into them, but this is supposed to be throttle, control yokes, I guess, some lights and buttons, and yeah, I don't really know what I was doing back then. However, there is one feature that I'd like to show you that this plane has that my modern aircraft still do. We do have a seatbelt chime on this aircraft, as all my other aircraft also feature this. We got a crew jump seat right here. We have our galley. These are supposed to be storage bins, beverage carts on the bottom, and these buttons. I don't know why it does that. We got a very mediocre bathroom. That hinge thing is supposed to be a sink. So let's go into our business class cabin. So this is supposed to represent United's new Polaris product. However, this is my very bad representation of it. For some reason, I put the IFE on the side of the screen rather than the front. But you can ask me from over almost 2 years ago. Here we got doors 2R and 2L. Got another crew jump seat. We got more beverage carts, another storage bin. We got 2 bathrooms on this area. So we got one here and one here. Let's continue our business class cabin tour. We got some more seats in this mini cabin. And then we have our Premium Plus. Here's a good chance to look outside at that gorgeous wing with the raked wingtip and wing flex. And then we have our economy class cabin, which is laid out in a 3-3-3 configuration, just like a real 787. And these are supposed to be IFE screens, you can see here. I didn't put tray tables on these seats. However, I do plan to add tray tables on my upcoming aircraft. We got an economy class bathroom right here, little light. These are doors 3L and 3R. Got some gorgeous wing views from there. We got some more storage containers. Let's continue to the back. Oh, before I go back there, I should mention that this is my only aircraft with mood lighting. As my aircraft that I'm building are more advanced, the model that I'm using doesn't include mood lighting on the aircraft, so this is the only one so far with mood lighting. If we go back here, we have our rear galley. Really simplistic, however we do have another crew jump seat right here. Some more storage lockers. Now let's go into the crew rest area, which is just up this way. And we got some beds, and that's really it for the interior of the 787. It's very simple, I know. It's a very old build. So let's go take this bird for a ride. So we're gonna go all the way up to the flight deck and sit in the captain's seat. Let's do our seatbelt chime, and let's take this bird for a ride. So before I mention that, this landing gear is very old. It doesn't retract. What it does, it falls off. This landing gear just falls off. It doesn't actually retract or anything. However, that does have a benefit when the 787 is in flight, and I'm about to show you that right now. So here we go on the 787, non-stop service to the end, United Airlines. If only they put a Rhapsody livery on their 787-8, that would have been cool. So one thing to note, the reason why the falling off gear is partially beneficial is because it makes the aircraft very stable in flight, since it has no wheels in it to weigh it down. So this aircraft can fly straight forward. It never pitches, it never rolls, it just goes straight forward. However, one unfortunate thing is the engines on this aircraft do not spin. However, all my modern aircraft do have this feature. And I also should mention, this aircraft is in service, so if you see me in Build Boat for Treasure, and if you want to see it and want to fly on it, you can ask me. I will take you on this 787 as it's a completed aircraft in service. There's the thing I should mention, my aircraft do not enter service until they are fully completed. Pretty smooth flight going on here. We just gotta avoid these UFOs. Here's a good chance to look at that gorgeous wing flex, the 787, what it's known for. Oh, did not mean to hit that. Let's continue. Let's just right ourselves. So yeah, this 787 is quite an old build, but I still feature it a lot. I still do things with it. I still use it. So it's not at all a goner. Like, it's not like I don't use it at all. I definitely use it. It may be inferior to my modern builds, but it is a pioneering build for sure. So we're now about to approach our destination, so let's, here's when I would lower the gears, but the gear fell off, so let's continue on to our destination. And we made it. So that's my 787-8 Dreamliner for you all. I hope you enjoyed this flight and this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a great rest of your flight. Goodbye.